What's going on, you all? I made a short video to this full-length video if you want to watch that instead. This is just going to be a little more in-depth in why everything actually works, how it does, and this is for beginners out there. So if you're not a beginner, you're going to want to watch my next series of this, which is going to be the Pro Division. And then if you think you're too good for the Pro, my final one is going to be the Elite Division, because I'm 1.5 ranks away. I'm currently in Diamond 2, almost to that Elite Master Division. So I'm sure I have the knowledge and the experience to tell you guys what works and what doesn't in this game. This is square, alright? So it'll come back to you because this is a long pass. This is a hard through ball kind of ball. That's square next at the same time. See how it doesn't even come close to coming back, and I was closer? Wall. So yeah, R1, I'm at X and square, short pass. This is a tiki-taka kind of pass. Now, I also told you guys the variations. So that's square. That's a R1 square. It'll come back to you. This is good to hit off a volley just like that. And R1 square next is more of a little dink to get it past the defender. Usually I don't use that too much, but you guys will see in the Pro version there's something to do with R1 square next that is broken in this game. Why is it better to dribble using X? Because if you don't, look at how much stamina it costs me to run without the ball. Alright, it takes me about halfway. Alright, now let's get the ball. Let's regen stam, start in the same position, and let's see how much stamina it takes me to get to halfway across the pitch. Yeah guys, that's a big difference, and I'm also a lot slower. A lot slower. So you definitely want to use X when you dribble, because look at the difference here, guys. You guys saw how slow I was moving versus this is a consistent pace, and it's just gonna be a lot tougher for the defender to have to deal with you if you know how to dribble correctly. I told you guys about the 4 directions. This is that in work. So you could go left, right. These are kind of croqueta-ish moves. Back is a drag back. I usually like going to the left or to the right and then dragging it back, because that way if they hit circle, they can't get the ball like that. And if you think they're going to slide, going to the left or the right and then forward is probably the best option, because then you get this roulette kind of animation. And that's all 4 directions. So you could go back, back, forward, forward, side, 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 side down, side up. You could go any 4 directions. And that'll just get you past the defender if they're on your hip. You don't want to use that just randomly. You'll waste stamina. So I really recommend only doing this if a defender's on your hip and you have 2 goes. So if they don't fall for the first one, you go again. Whereas if they fall for the first one, you just go past them and start spamming X. Let's get a little more in depth on shooting. So I told you guys volleying is always a better option because it's a harder shot. And that's true. Another tip, or what I told you guys, is to always hold up. You see how that got tucked right into the corner there? Versus, watch this. With that curve, it's slow. It's not as whippy. It's not as fast. So always hold up, boys. Holding up is going to be your best bet. Now, what else should I tell you guys about shooting? I'm going to give you guys a shot that, this is one of my go-to shots right here, is from this corner. I like to aim about 3 inches above the goal, and then I hold down at an angle. And you see what that does is it'll make the keeper dive to the top left, but it'll go down the middle. And it's like a little chip shot. It's a good shot, guys. This right here will work all the way up until like Diamond Division. And even past, especially if you're like not looking at the goal and you hit the keeper with that. There's a couple variations. So you could either do my variation like that, which is top ends, or you could do another variation I've been seeing where they aim it higher but they do less power and it curves it more towards the middle. So this is like hoping that they dive. Yeah, and then it'll just go in. So it's just a little bit for you guys to know. Shooting is also in 4 directions, so there's nothing, of course, so technically 5 directions. Then there's driven shot, which is more powerful. Then there's curve to the right. Then there's curve to the left. And then there's a dipping shot, which is down. Pretty self-explanatory. And with all that out of the way, guys, if you guys want the pro division, go ahead and get this video to 10 likes. And I'll drop that to you guys ASAP.